tour. So I've been promising this video for a while, so I thought I'd just do it quickly in the middle of the week when I have some time off. I had a surprise day off today. Today is Wednesday, October 10th, and in Taiwan that's known as Double 10, which is when Taiwan celebrates its independence, specifically around the end of Japanese colonial rule in Taiwan in 1945. So I didn't have school today, I didn't have classes today, so I had a surprise day off, so I did some apartment cleaning and got some stuff done, and I thought I'd just show you around my apartment. So the first thing you see when you walk in is my bathroom. I'll turn the light on. It's my shoes. Sorry for the messy floor at the moment. I just showered, and the bottom of my shoes are kind of dirty, so when I walk on the water, it gets nasty. So you can see just have my sink area with all my toiletries, toilet, and then this is my shower. So a lot of small apartments and studio apartments like mine in Taiwan don't have a separate shower. They don't have like a wet and dry bathroom. The whole thing can get wet. You can see the whole bathroom is tiled. So there's actually a rod for a shower curtain on the top, but when I stand in the shower, I essentially stand exactly where the shower curtain would be when the shower's on. So there's really no reason for me to get a shower curtain. It just doesn't make any sense, so I haven't gotten it. You can see I also just did some dishes. They're drying in the bottom half of my shower rack. All right. So when you leave the bathroom, you enter the rest of my apartment. I live in a studio apartment, so it's just one room. You can see my desk, where I keep most of my stuff. My bed. It's the first time I've had a double bed in my whole life, so I was very excited about that when I decided on this apartment. My bed sheets are a little wrinkled. It's time for me to do bed sheet laundry. I've talked about this before, but half my problem with washing large laundry loads is that I don't have a dryer, so I have to pick a day when I know that it's going to be hot enough that everything can dry in like 12 hours. And so I've got some cabinets. I have a TV and my Goucher College pendant, courtesy of Mark, one of the admissions counselors who came to Taipei for a college fair. He gave me a pendant. And then this is where I keep like extra clothes and my dishes when they dry. I have a dresser, you can see, with a full mirror. Hello. And this is where I hang all my clothes. It's also where I keep my utensils. Storage is not huge. And this is the kitchen area. So I've got a mini fridge, a burner, some knives from IKEA, exciting stuff. This is also where I keep my garbage. So I'll insert some explanation about Taiwanese garbage system here. So explaining a little bit about Taiwan's garbage system. So years ago, just like most other countries, including the US, Taiwan had like dumpsters where you would go to put your garbage and then they would be collected. But because so many cities in Taiwan, including Taipei, are so densely populated, the system just wasn't really working. The dumpsters were constantly overflowing. There was trash everywhere. It was attracting like rats and other vermin. And there was just like, you know, garbage water all over the place because it rains all the time here. So basically it got to the point where collectively people were like, this is not working anymore, we have to change the garbage system. So they came up with this new system that I think is a really impressive blend of like incentives and disincentives and really solid public policy, I think, which is nerd me talking. But essentially there's a few different types of garbage now in Taiwan. So what you think of as garbage, things that would typically go into a landfill in the US, you put into special blue bags that the government issues. And you have to pay for these bags specially. You can get them at like any convenience store. They cost a little bit more than regular garbage bags, and they're kind of like annoying to get. So essentially you have an incentive to put as little in those garbage bags as possible. So everything that you think would go to a landfill, you want to minimize that as much as possible. And they don't actually use landfills in Taiwan. Garbage is actually burned, and the ashes from the burn, so the burning then is used to produce electricity, and the ashes from the burning is used in construction materials, which is really smart because obviously Taiwan's an island. They don't have the like land space to have landfills like the US does. So that's everything that gets burned goes in the blue bags, which you'll see in the video. And then you have compost, organic waste. So anything that can be composted, like skins of fruits and vegetables and eggshells is most of my compost, but like really any sort of food waste. And then you have recyclables. So recyclables are split up into paper, plastic, styrofoam, and other. And then to get rid of your garbage, like once you have all these bags full of garbage, to get rid of the garbage, you go out on the street and like meet the garbage truck. So in my neighborhood, there's a super handy app called Taipei Garbage, which I downloaded and have spent extensive time on, because it's quite complicated. So the garbage truck usually comes like 2 to 3 times a day, depending on where you live. In my neighborhood, the closest that it comes is at 8:55 p.m. It comes to like one corner of my street, and then at like 9:05 it comes to the other corner. I usually go to the 8:55 one because just like get it over with, sort of. And so in my neighborhood, they collect the blue bags of garbage, like the garbage to be burned, and compostable garbage, they call it household waste. Every day the garbage truck comes, which is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So they take Wednesday and Sunday off. And then on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, they collect styrofoam and other recyclables, and on Monday and Friday, they collect paper and plastic recyclables. So pretty much all of my recyclables are paper and plastic, all of the time. So I usually take a trip to the garbage truck 3 to 4 times a week. I usually go Monday and Friday because I usually have recyclables on both days. And I will usually have to go 1 to 2 times during the week for my compost, because even though I don't produce a lot of compostable trash, like if it sits for too long, it gets nasty. I made a mistake a couple weeks ago. I let my compostable trash sit for a little bit too long and it started to mold, which is gross and things that you don't want in your house. So yeah, that's Taiwan's garbage system. Yeah, so this is where I keep my garbage bag for everything that's going to be burned, and then this is my compost bucket. So I have a bag in there that I put my compost in. You can see some recycling is sitting on the side there. You can also see I have plenty of water jugs that need to go to the recycling. For the first couple weeks I was in this apartment, I didn't actually have the burner yet, so I didn't have a way to boil water. And now that I do have the burner, I use tap water and boil it for when I'm cooking, but I don't have anywhere to store large quantities of pre-boiled water. So I still buy jugs for drinking water. And then the last part of my apartment is the balcony. Open the door, you can step out on the balcony. Ooh, I'm not sure how good quality this is because it's currently raining. You can see my balcony. I've got laundry drying at the moment. I've showed the balcony before. It's just a view of the alley. I bought plants. I'm a plants mom. Need a little water. And then, like I've shown before, my washer and my water heater, which I'm going to turn off because I'm not producing any more water today. I was sort of on a laundry, dishes, showering extravaganza today, so I had it on. Alright, that's the balcony. Alright everyone, that's the end of my apartment tour. I know I didn't get to go into too much detail, but there honestly isn't that much to my apartment. It's just a studio apartment. It's relatively affordable as far as major metropolitan cities go. I only work like 20 hours a week at my job and I'm able to afford this apartment, so it's much better than I would be doing in the States if I was only working 20 hours a week, to be honest. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. If there's any other sort of like tour-esque kind of things that you want to see, or if you want to see more in-depth about like what's in my apartment, let me know. I'm planning on doing a video in the near future about sort of like a typical day for me in Taipei, like a day when I go to work, so you can sort of see what a typical day looks like. They're usually not that exciting, but I thought I'd put it out there in case anyone's curious about what my like typical routine is, places that I frequent, things that I do a lot. So yeah, let me know how you like this video, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye!